Hello everybody and welcome back to Bedrock Survival with Fix. Oh baby, some things have changed. We've been doing some work. I am loving this Rose Castle. We may call it that. In fact, actually, maybe we'll actually call the queen of this land Rose. That could be kind of fitting since she came in our lore that we've sort of developed. She came from the little Tuscan area over there and married the king, or maybe possibly prince, of Old Town, or whatever the name of the city is. I know we've called it two brothers, but I think we're going to edit that name and come up with a little bit more of a juicy lore bit. But she came from that Tuscan area, married in here to sort of unite the two kingdoms. I think that works out really well. So that is our Rose Castle. Well, today I want to get back into this area right here, and I have a plan that's going to really transform this bit, and that's this sliver of land right there. Because as soon as I get these houses all put together, then just imagine you're in the dock, you're coming in on a ship, which shipbuilding is coming very soon, very soon. But imagine, say you're a ship and you're coming in here, you're just going to see a wall of houses and shops and stuff right along here. I just think that would be super cool. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do probably, I don't even know how many, like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 houses right along this area, and they're all going to be kind of like this, right? And you know, they're just going to be basically these 2 or 3 story houses, kind of the same sort of thing. Where I'm going to try to keep this template of houses going across there, where it's going to be sort of a stone bottom, different stones. We'll use some granite, some andesite, and some cobblestone, some smooth stone, whatever. And then sort of a wooden framework with then colored terracotta going across. I just think that's a cool look, and we've already established it, and it works. By the way, it just occurred to me that this video is going out December 2nd, I believe. So happy American Thanksgiving a couple days ago. I hope you all stayed home and didn't go anywhere. I should have given my little, don't go anywhere lecture a little before now. It's too late now. But yeah, keep everyone safe. Wear a mask. Wear a mask. It's not political. It's not political. Just wear a mask. It's not hard. It's not hard. You want your surgeon to wear a mask, right? Right? When you go to surgery, that's what I keep telling people who are like, oh, I'm not wearing a mask. Yeah. So are you cool with your surgeon not wearing a mask? Because they wear it to save your life. So, oh, well, yeah, I want my surgeon to wear a mask. Okay. Well, then everyone should wear a mask. Okay. There we go. So here, let's do some building here. And, yeah, I think it's turning out cool. So look, I wanted to get one square building here just because I think it'll look different, since all these are sort of, they're not even diagonal, they're like kind of randomly shaped. You can see the basic, let's fly up and get a little look here. You can see the basic, oh yeah, I can fly up on top of my castle. You can see the basic outline of these places right here, and they're good. I think having one square one here is actually gonna be kind of cool. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little courtyard there in the middle, like a little overhang roof situation, maybe a restaurant. We could make that into a restaurant here. So we're doing 4 houses today. 3 stone brick or cracked stone brick and cobble, and 1 andesite and dark oak. Yeah, and it's okay. Again, we're sticking to the spruce and dark oak palette for this entire place, just so things look like they were built in the same time. I think, I think if you stick to exactly one palette, it's no good. And if you vary the palette too much, it's no good. That's kind of my feeling. Now walls are different. I think walls can be painted any color. I'm mostly talking about building supplies, like structure beams, roofs, that kind of stuff. Not really talking about like the painted walls. I think those are good to be all different colors. So let's get some sleep, and then I'm going to what I need to do is, why can't I sleep? It's nighttime. I want to frame up these houses. Like, see how I did that one right there, where I did a little bit of an overhang with the new wood block. Not new, it's like 2 years old now. But yeah, I want to frame up all the houses with that. And then we'll start framing in the second floor. And I'm going to have to go terracotta farming again, I believe. But yeah, you can see it's going to be cool. See, this one is 2 over 1, 2 over 1, 2 over, and then this one coming down this way is 3. So then the other side is the same. The other side is 2 and 1. 2, 1, 2, and that's how I did these houses. So I kept it squared off, pretty much thinking kind of ahead for the roof and hoping that I can get a kind of decent roof design. But I'm going to keep these houses fairly simple. The most interesting part are going to be these kind of jut outs for windows and flower boxes and all that kind of stuff. Oh man, this is a shocking amount of work. I don't know why. I don't know why these houses are taking so much longer than these ones over here seem to. Maybe just because they were new and now I'm sort of entering the oh man, I hate to call it the grind stage, you know. That seems so negative. But you know what I mean, like the stage where okay, we've established the style, now we got to put these houses down. And these houses are definitely more of a challenging angle. Like so let's talk about how these houses over here, and honestly, I'm going to say I think I'm going to do future houses more like these and less like these. So these ones over here, say there's like a diagonal. Then what I did is I kept this diagonal, but then I squared it up like this, okay? And then this one over here, maybe it was a diagonal, but then also I squared it up. See what I'm saying? And these ones over here, I didn't. So these ones over here, I did more like, okay, say like this, and then I came over, and then I came out. You know, I kept the whole thing, but it wasn't quite diagonal. It's like, it's more like a shape like this, and then this goes across, like, you know, see what I'm saying? Like, they're not, and I didn't square it up. I think what I'll do in the future is, okay, take something like this, but then do like this. See what I'm saying? Just square it up a little bit, just to make it, like, I don't think when you look at these that you notice that they're necessarily completely square, and these ones, I don't think that they look, I mean, obviously they're not detailed, so they look like poopy right now, but, you know, even when they're done, I don't think they're going to look like noticeably better for having not squared up and done it more, I don't know, like, I'm going to say more legit or something, right? I did do a couple things that I like, in granted, yeah, we haven't detailed yet, so it all looks like kind of wacky here, but I kept this one really low. I thought that would be a nice sort of change, and put a couple like frames up there with using the strip logs just as a variant, so it's not all the colored terracotta. This little extension here is kind of nice. I think what I'll do is I'll bring some of the spruce in here and some of the dark oak up there, so it doesn't look like it's an exactly flat line. I thought it'd be kind of cool to use a different wood there. I'm not totally sure that it's paying off necessarily. Getting a lot of the windows put in this is going to be a bit of a struggle. It's going to be a real artistic endeavor, because I'm going to have to get some real angled windows that aren't even at a normal angle. They're kind of a random angle. But it's okay. It'll be fun. This tower I like a lot. Definitely, I want to do more towers on these houses. I think that's going to add a ton once it's all kind of detailed out. So when you're flying in here, let's go do a little fly in. Well, assuming you're sort of taking a boat. Man, I didn't realize there was a village right over there. That's really cool. So when you're coming in here, you're going to see that tower adds a lot. Look at that tower. Oh man, that's so much. It's really, really, really nice. From up here, you can kind of see the layout and the shape. Look at this house. This house, it's like S-shaped almost. Like it just the nature of just where the angle was. I think it's kind of cool. It's not exactly what I intended, I'll be honest, but I think it works. And I do think that having some occasional really square, you know, built on the XZ axis houses is going to work just fine and be really nice. So yeah, so I mean, you can see like this singular thing that we've done here is basically doubled the size of what we had existing from before. It just needs to have a ton of details. You know, when I'm looking at this old house, the older section they did way back like 2 episodes ago, the one of the things that's really, really nice, these balconies really worked well. So I want to try to encourage more of that in my building here. In this part, like, that's just cool looking. I think it has a lot of sort of dimensionalism to the build. I think that's a really cool thing. Now, I'm not sure where exactly I can put those. If I'm looking around here, I don't see a lot of opportunities for balconies without trying too hard and sort of messing up the build. So if they don't come into this phase of houses, I can live with that. That'll be fine as well. But if I can get them in, then that would be just kind of extra cool. So now that I have everything is closed in, which is, I guess, the important thing. Everything has roofs, everything has walls now. So the next thing, and structure, you know, like the log structural support. So now the next thing is going to be, we're just going to start bringing in the detail in the windows. Detail in windows are going to be next. Little things like doing just stuff like, here, let me see. I'm going to do a lot of stuff like this. like simple little things like that that are just going to bring a ton of detail in here. So what we might do is some stuff like this. What is this? I have no idea. I have no idea what that is, but doing something like that just brings a lot of detail. And then what we can do is we can just hang a fence and a lantern. Now I did make up a whole bunch of stacks of lanterns, probably in between episodes or something here, but that should be really helpful as well. So what we can do is we can just hang very nice placement. We can hang a lantern like there and there, and with those vertical logs, or vertical planks rather, I think it adds a lot. So we'll do a lot of that kind of stuff and just bringing in just detail, like splitting up anytime we have, like, see how long this is? This is like, what is, I don't know, something like 12 blocks. Anytime we have 12 blocks of an uninterrupted block of any kind, basically, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in something that's going to make a big difference. So something to break it up, whether that's something as simple as like a trap door. Something like that could be. We could even do something like that. You know, I mean, it doesn't have to be reinventing the wheel every time we do it. We just need to add blocks to make this thing look like it's more interesting than otherwise. So just some stuff like that we're just going to introduce just a lot of stuff. I'm probably going to take this out and use dark oak, but you see what I'm saying, okay? All right, very cool. Let me get to work. There's not a lot of interesting YouTube stuff here in this detailing bit, so I'm probably just going to do it, and then I'll show you after we're done. Let me go get some dark oak made. How do y'all like your food? How do you like your food is the question that's on my mind right now. It's about 3:20 a.m. I just woke up like an hour ago, and I was like, well, do I just go back to bed or do I get up and do some building? And well, you can see what went out. I thought, well, I should have some soup. So I went and I got a can of chunky jumbo chicken sausage something, some sort of meaty soup, and I heated in the microwave. And I like my food so hot, like I'm not spicy hot. I like a little spice, but like hot, like lava in my mouth hot, which is great in my mouth. But I was holding it with my little kitchen mitt here and looked down for a second. And when I looked down, apparently I tipped my hand a little bit and I spilled it on my belly. Not all of it, just a little bit. But oh my goodness, lava on my belly button. That's not so great. That's not so great at all. It freaking hurts, man. My belly button is so red. I just like wash it with water. I mean, I'm gonna survive somehow. But yeah, wow. I had no idea. Like my belly button was so freaking sensitive. But yeah, that was. There was some 3 a.m. Swearing here in the Fix household. Some inventive new swear words as I was suffering my fate of a burnt belly button. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. What are you guys doing right now? So let me take you through some of the things that have changed here. I realize like this is a big project. This is a shockingly big project, actually. I'm kind of still in the process of doing some things here, obviously. I decided I wanted to do a little bit of farmland sort of area around here where it's just like, I don't know, just there's like too little room to do anything, so I planted some wheat here. And if I have some bone meal, I'd like to bone meal this up. I don't want this to be all absolute wheat, right? I want this to be like some patches. Like this isn't maybe the best farmland, right? Like this is like just some stuff here. So we can throw maybe a little pile there. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so there's a little bit there, and then you come over here. We'll just do this. That will be nice. And then over here, again, not a lot of room for a house, although I could have built one here, but I decided it would be kind of nice to do a little tiny berry bush here. Let me just tell you, harvesting these berry bushes, that's not so easy. I end up getting like stung by berries as much as I end up collecting them. I don't know if maybe there's a different technique to collect them, but I feel like they're very difficult to collect without getting hit. And if you're going through a long row like this, man, you get hit a lot. You get stung a lot. So yeah, so just a little thing like this. What I'll do, I'll probably come in, pepper in coarse dirt along the paths just to make it look a little bit better. Like it's a little plain right right now, but it's all right. And I think it does add a lot. Like if you're walking up and around and you're kind of going into the city and you see, oh, there's like a little farm sort of situation area over here. I think it's nice. And I don't want to go too much here because I want there to be some spruce as well in this, but yeah, a little bit there, something like that. Cool. All right, so let me take you over through the houses and I'll show you what I've done. Now, I've only done one, not even the whole distance of one side, because these outside facades take a long time. There's just a lot of hemming and hawing and trying to figure out which blocks go where and all that kind of stuff. But you can see the detail that we're doing here. I think it works out kind of nice. I guess it starts along this side, and I just try to make everything kind of interesting as you go along here. So you just see it, and you just see, oh, like someone actually has taken some time to care for these little houses and that kind of stuff. We could even do that a little bit, yeah. That is cool. And if I had some grass, which I don't, if I had some grass, I'd put it like right in there, which I will, eventually. So yeah, you can just see the basic ideas are cool here. And then I got to another diagonal house, and this I found, and I had this problem in the red one. I found that this diagonal is probably the most challenging to do. Down here is easier because you can put in just some really nice tall windows, and that's pretty easy. But then where it gets more challenging is whenever you get up there, and I find those are a little bit harder with the overhangs and things. So first thing I'm going to do whenever I get up here is I am going to grab some slabs, and we'll probably just do like okay, we'll probably just do some like slabs up here and here, something like that. Yeah, see, I think it adds a lot. Like, you don't want to see the bottom of that. So we'll do something like that, and then we'll do some windows. We'll do some flower boxes up in the tops and things like that. It'll be good. It'll be good eventually, but it's challenging. It's challenging for sure. All right, well, let's get back to work. What are you guys watching on Netflix these days? I have just finished watching The Walking Dead. Now, I'm not up to date on the season that I think just ended, so I'm going to wait for that to come out on Netflix. But I have been grinding on these houses, and I think, excuse me, as I just cough in your ear, I think we're done. I think we're done with this little block of houses. And I think it feels really immersive, you know? Yeah, you might say like, well, but Fix, there's no door. Yeah, okay, that's a valid that's a valid point. Maybe I'll put a door in some of these houses. How about if I do that while we talk? So anyway, so I've been watching the show Mindhunter because, and the reason why I picked that out of all things, it's not usually up my alley. Like the real crime sort of situation isn't really generally something that I'm all that into. But they shot a couple episodes in Pittsburgh, and for one of them they needed a band. And it was really cool that some of my friends got to do it. I unfortunately couldn't because I couldn't get babysitting that day, and I'm really sad I couldn't appear in Mindhunter. But yeah, some of my friends got to be in sort of the background of a bar scene. And I think the bar scenes, that's not actually until season 2, but still pretty cool. So I thought, well, let's watch and see if I can spot my friends whenever I get to season 2. And I've really been enjoying it. I've been watching the first 3. It's kind of it's like a FBI guy trying to figure out what serial killers are and all that kind of stuff. So it's a little gritty if you're one of my youngster YouTube friends. Maybe not so much for you, but I've been enjoying it. I've been liking it quite a bit. So, all right. So this area is officially putting a pin in it. This little bit here. It's done. We're gonna wrap this guy up. I did actually bring in some dark oak leaves here to sort of finish up this little area, just fencing it out. And yeah, I think this actually is really cool. I might do more of these little tiny fields. I think they're really cool. That pig is going to die, and the cows, and the chicken. Everything's gonna die. I assume they take damage. I know foxes don't, but I thought everything else did. Doesn't seem like he's taking damage. Anyway, let's take a look around at this place. I think it's really cool. I definitely need to expand this road. It's a little small. So we'll expand this road at some point here. And you come along here and you get the general feel. You kind of actually... do I have any spruce? I did notice that there's one little tiny mistake. Let me fix that because it's going to drive me crazy. Yeah, I think this is really nice. I really like it. I really like this area. Actually, in some ways, though this was a much more challenging build, I like this actually more than over there. But I think it's really cool, especially with the castle overlooking it. Man, this whole part of this kingdom is really coming together. Look at that. Ooh, look at that beauty. Beauty. Very, very nice. So, yeah, let's grab a screenshot of that. I think it's quite nicely framed. And, yeah, you can just check out all the different houses we have. So, I mean, we have basically, let's see, we got one over there. Now, some of these are connected, but I'm counting doors too. Let's see, we got 3 over there. We have 4, and we got 5. I like this one. This one was very challenging. Probably the hardest one. This magenta stained terracotta one was probably the hardest one. I did put side doors in some of these over here, even though they kind of connect to the other one. I thought that we could split up the houses and make some smaller houses on the inside. I think that's kind of cool and works. This tower, big fan of the tower. The red one actually turned out really well. That was another kind of challenging one because of the shape. And this one, the most boring one, was definitely the easiest one, but I think it's a little boring, but it's saved by this little offshoot sort of area in here, and we'll do something with that. I don't know what. I don't know if we do, I don't want to do a stable or a blacksmith, so maybe we'll just do like dry storage of something, maybe stuff that gets unloaded off ships, you know, something like that. Yeah, but yeah, I think it's really cool. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Before we go, let me give you a little bit of a high shot here, so you can just see just the scale of the city. And gotta get a little higher, and see how far we've come along. Look at this. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. This is not bad. Not bad at all. I really like it. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for me today. Thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. I always appreciate it. And yeah, my goodness, we're building quite a city over here. Yeah, yes we are. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.